All right, friends. Hey, this is Andy coming to you again from here at Warwick, Germany. And today I have the pleasure of showing you the RockBass Adam Clayton 4-string. We're going to have some fun. I'll tell you about all of the specs. We'll have some playing examples. And there's a few special new things about this instrument that I'm going to tell you about too. Let's get started. The first thing that I noticed when I picked it up is it's kind of like a P bass and kind of like a jazz bass. It has the sound pretty much of a P bass with the P bass pickups, but it has a thinner nut width neck with a slim profile, so it feels like a jazz bass. So let's dive right into one of the really cool new things that this instrument has. We now have brass titanium alloy frets with these beautifully rounded ball ends. They now all have the IFT, invisible fretwork technology. The actual fret doesn't extend all the way through the fingerboard, so there's no possibility that the frets will start sticking out. It feels very, very smooth, and it stays that way forever. And that takes the feel of the neck and the way that it actually sings, the way that it actually speaks to a whole new level. We have the black block inlays. It's a 34-inch scale, and it's 21 frets. It's a 3-piece laminated maple neck with a bolt-on design. It has the nicely curved streamer body. It's very lightweight. It's made of alder, and it's finished in this beautiful cream white high polish. We have this great black pickguard. That takes us right to talking about the electronics, and the electronics in this bass are actually very, very cool. First of all, it has Seymour Duncan P-style pickups in it, and they are reversed. The reverse P does a cool thing because it makes the D and the G string have a bigger and more full sound, and it makes the E and the A string have a tighter, more punchy sound, so it's reversed from the traditional way. In terms of the controls, it's passive MEC electronics, and you have 3 controls. You have a volume, you have a passive treble, and a passive bass control, and they work really, really well. Another thing that's really cool about this bass is this beautiful little wooden thumb rest right here. It's positioned right over the sweet spot where you get all the rich, big, full tones. There are a couple things that carry over that have always been on all the rock basses. One of them is the Just-A-Nut adjustable nut system, which enables you to move the nut up and down, and the quick access truss rod cover. It pops right off. You can get in there with the wrench and make a truss rod adjustment if you need to in a matter of seconds. Moving down to the other end of the instrument, we have the 2-piece 3-dimensional bridge system. This is standard on pretty much all Warwick basses. So you have, of course, the ability to move each saddle forward and back to set your intonation. You also have the ability to adjust each saddle for fine-tuning the string spacing to taste, and you have 4-position screws that move the bridge in all different directions. Once you get it set to right where you need it, there's 2 locking screws on either side. You just lock it down and it stays put forever. Another one of the awesome new things that makes a huge impact on the quality of this instrument is that the electronics compartment is now copper shielded. That eliminates the possibility of any noise at all. Warwick has gone to lengths to completely revamp the entire rock bass line. One of the things that they've done is they've put a new attention to detail in the body shaping. It's now a little bit more curved, and it's got a little bit more sexy edges, and the actual shape of the body is actually curved. These rock basses are now at a new level that they've never been at before. All right, let's dive right into some playing examples, but before we do, I'm going to tell you how we're recording the instrument. I'm playing through the Warwick Gnome iPro 600 head into a pair of Gnome cabinets, and we have the cab mic'd, and we have a DI signal. We're blending the two. All right, in this playing example, I'm going to start off with the volume all the way up. I have the passive treble turned down 25%, and I have the passive bass control all the way up. Listen close, you can really hear how great the actual frets sound. For the next playing example, I have a very similar setting to the previous. However, I turned down the passive treble just a little bit more. It's down probably 40% right now. All right, for this playing example, I'm going to show you how pretty this instrument sounds when you play it nice and gentle. All right, to summarize, I think the most important thing to say is that, if there's a way to make the instruments better, they're going to find it. And the entire RockBass line has been elevated to that place now. And that translates to us, to the players. We end up with a better instrument at a great value. And that's something that I think you're really going to notice in the Adam Clayton and in all the RockBass instruments, the new versions of them. So I encourage you to check them out. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked the video, hit the subscribe button, share and like, and we'll see you next time around. From Warwick, I'm Andy. Peace.